Hi everybody, so this is the new Corex boxes that I got this year, and I have read before that they increase the size of the box. I don't know what is the reason for that, but it creates a problem. And the problem is this: if the frame slides, then you would see that the side of the frame hits the wall, and you don't want that because it will crush the bees. So as you can see, there's a big gap on the other side. So if you try to divide it, which is good, that's gonna add a bit of extra work, which is put a strip of wood on this side and also on the other side, so that the frames will not slide. The bit of the gap here on each side is good for the bees to move around, but indeed it creates the problem of the frame sliding and crushing the bees. What I'm thinking of adding to this box, it's on the bottom, have a piece of wood that goes from one end, from one side to the other side, with what do you call them, those metal spacers, so that the frames will not do this, will not swing. Okay, because so if you have something like that made out of wood, and then the castellation, yeah, that's the word I was looking for, the castellation can be fixed on the side of the bit of wood, and then the wood can be glued with a hot gun to the bottom of the box, and that way it will be perfect. It will not, if you have the pieces of wood in the end, it will not slide sideways, it will not crush the bees, and also if you add that on the bottom, it will not let the frame swing. So that's my idea for next year. This year is only a few frames. I'm sorry, a few nukes that I have to sell, so I haven't prepared myself properly. And also another thing I do is I use a hot gun, and the sides of the box, as you can see, there's a big gap, so I put hot glue on these ends so that it's perfect. And also all these bits that are loose, I glue everything. I glue everything on the top as well, even here. I put a bit of glue so it is solid. What I've done last year is I cut this, where there is a ventilation, I cut it, and I glue a net from the other side so the bees cannot reach it. And also in the end, on both ends, I put of mesh as well. So I think it's a bit more ventilation. I think the mesh is a bit better, but it's a good box. Takes 6 frames. So these extras is, of course, depends on each person, how good you want your product to reach your clients. So I'm a beekeeper, but I like the products that I use to be, how should I put it, to be functional, and to be in a way that it's easy, and that doesn't get problems. Because someone gets a box like this and then holds it sideways, and the frames do that, they move it, swing, it can happen, you can kill the queen. And of course the beekeeper, the person, especially the person that is trying beekeeping for the first time, crushes the queen and then looks for the queen, and what happened to my queen, and of course blames the supplier. So even next year I think I will cage all the queens for transport, just as a precaution. As they say, every little helps. It's all these details that makes a difference, all these details that takes time, and time is money. So that's the reason some people can sell a nuke, for example, to £100, and there's another one that has to sell for 120, because this if you see these little details, these differences, then you're paying for a good service. Catch you boys and guys later. Girls later, that's what I was going to say.